Alright guys, there's going to be no messing around in today's video. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the top 10 smokes that you need to know in Inferno. Some of them are a little further and more advanced, so as you're sort of going through the ranks, you maybe pick them up. It's the top 10 smokes that I believe you need to know right now. Obviously CS2 comes out in a few months, but it doesn't mean you can't keep learning new tools for the current maps, because you're still going to be playing games. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're right here, and let's dive right into it. The first smoke is going to be the C2 smoke for B site. So you come in to these logs. You look at this part of the tree, line up with the bottom aerial pole, and you're going to do a normal throw. It's going to go over the roof, and it's going to bounce there, and it's going to land in the middle. That's going to smoke CT. From the same position, you can also smoke coffins, which is the second smoke we're going to do. So this pole here that we're looking at, you're going to go up and make sure it's parallel with this pole. So aiming roughly about here. And again, this is a normal throw. And then this will bounce and land for coffins. And then we have the T side B Lurk Smoke, which involves coming into the same position you threw the new box molly from. So you tuck yourself in here. You're going to aim just above. So basically the top right corner of the window, you want to aim between it and that brown marking. This is the exact lineup. Again, a standard throw. So these will work on 64 tick as well as 128. And then this lands in this position and then it allows you to sort of lurk around it. So if you have a CT smoke down as well, so that's clear, and you smoke that, you can't be spotted from coffins, but you can walk all the way up and take the fights here. And then this is the CT lurk denial smoke. So we want to come into this area here, tuck into these boxes. You're going to aim at the bottom of this window, like this bottom line, aim in here, and you're going to right click throw. And again, it's just going to bounce here. But this gives a interesting one way where you can just about see through the gap. Obviously, they're going to be scared to advance through it. And it's really hard for them to see anything through with how the one-way works. Obviously, that won't happen in CS2, but we're still playing CSGO. Then if we shift over to the A side of things, obviously a lot of this is T side of util, because that's normally when you need to use util to take space. To smoke along, what you want to do is come into this bench, tuck into it. You're going to aim at the top right corner, and you're going to basically run forward with the smoke out and jump through when your crosser hits that part. So you get your smoke out here, you're going to pull it, you're going to walk forward with W, and jump when it hits that part. And then that's going to land all the way up into here and smoke long. And that's how the smoke works. So it smokes deep long. So if someone's in this corner, you can actually clear it. And then you can take the fight onto short. If you are wanting to smoke short, what you do is you want to come to these doors. You want to line up right in the middle of the doors, like this. And you're going to aim on the second window, the top right-hand corner. Anywhere in this vicinity will do the job lovely for it. Normal throw, it's going to bounce off. It's going to land and it's going to smoke short. And you'll see there's no gaps in it at all, so you're safe to push. Also doesn't create a one-way for the person playing here. They would have to jump spot over, but obviously while they're jumping, the accuracy goes out the window completely. A new one that I've started using a bit more is the arch smoke. So it's technically from second mid, because as long as you're standing here, you can see the top left corner. This is second mid, and as soon as you go a little bit to the left, it goes middle. So technically you throw it from second mid. You line up with this wall perfectly, and then you're going to aim just at the edge of the building here. Again, normal throw for this. It's going to go over, it's going to bounce, and this is going to land in the middle of arch, which means if you're what you can do is you can smoke short, you can then barrel it up long, take the fight on the person, the B rotate is going to be cut off, and then you can wrap onto A site if you want to, or maybe you go through library, make a big brain play to B. So having a smoke that lands here is super valuable. Also, to jump in quickly, because I know it will be asked, if you're wondering what map I'm using, it's not actually a map, it's a CSGO training tool called Refrag, which has a number of different mods for it. I'll put the link for it in the description down below, but basically we were using their Nadar mod, which is a great way that you can learn nades. You can save up to 500 grenades per map, which is absolutely nuts. But they do have other things like Restrat, VPL, Crossfire, and Prefire, which I use in both of my warm-ups. We'll have a warm-up video out probably in the next couple of weeks, actually. But this is not sponsored content by any means. I just know that it's going to be asked, so I want to disclose. I do a lot of utility-based stuff on my TikTok, and for that, we do have a partnership code with them. So if you would like to sign up to Refrag and you want to save 15% off, you can use my code FOZZ, F-O-Z-Z. It'll be on screen now for 15% off. But yeah, let's go back to the nades now. Next up, we have the Moto Smoke. Again, I think all these might actually be, I think 8 of the 10 are T-side. So you're going to come into this wall here. Obviously, at this point, you need to make sure you're cleared balcony. You're going to come into this corner. You're going to aim exactly here. And then you're going to jump through. And you'll see it catches off the roof. It bounces all the way down. And then that smokes Moto. Which means if you're taking A side control, or you have already taken A side control, then the people that are going to try and retake from long won't be able to at all. Now, we mentioned that our smoke on short doesn't create a one-way, but you can actually throw a one-way for this. This is what I have shown on TikTok before. The lineup for it is a little bit intricate, but I think you can get the gist. So you're going to line up with this box, the best way I can show here, in between these symbols. You're going to run up, line up here. This is where you need to aim for, and this again is a normal throw, so this one will also work on 64 tick. It's going to bounce off like that. It's going to land in that area, but what you can then do is you can come and you can boost on these boxes, and you can see obviously anything that's going to pass along, and then they won't be able to see you, and you might be able to catch them here. So from their perspective, if they're clearing it, unless they swing wide to clear here, this is how it looks. So by the time they get to here and can start to see you, like you might, it's this position here. Like you'll have been able to see the headshot, you've got the kill before they even path into that area. Super good one way to have. The last smoke is going to be the Lurk Smoke from Apts. It is more commonly probably known as the Halls, like it was on the screen there. But basically, you want to come up into the middle of this door. This is the lineup for it. You're going to throw off this. It's going to bounce, and it's going to land on top of the hay bales. The key thing is you don't want it to fall down. And what this does then, it creates this massive wall, and they won't be able to see anything from you. But you can then take the fight onto the person playing balcony. You can then try to take the fights onto pit. You can try and jump into pit and make a play. But if you know pit's clear, you can then try and play around the smoke and just try and like see position along and stuff. But that's going to be the top 10 smokes that you need to know in Inferno. We're going to do more content like this. Obviously, we do have full utility guides, which will be linked in the description down below. But we're going to try and focus on like the top 10, say smokes, flashes, that kind of thing moving forward, along with the skins content. I think it's a really nice mix that provides a lot of value for you guys. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you think I missed a smoke. I know there's so many smokes that exist in Inferno, but I think this is the top 10. Like if you had to pick a top 10 that covers all player levels, from like beginner to like face at level 10, for example, like this is the 10 smokes that you should know. So hit the like button if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. We're making that push for 500 subs, and all support is greatly appreciated. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.